What's going on, guys? It is currently 9:05 on Friday night. I just finished up in the gym. While I was working out, I thought of something that I wanted to share with you guys. I mentioned this on my Instagram, so if you don't follow me on Instagram, I will leave the link down below for you guys to check that out if you're interested. But one thing I was thinking about recently was setting goals, and in particular setting daily goals. I think a lot of times we set goals that are long term, things we want to accomplish over time, whatever it may be. But I think a lot of times we lose sight of just daily goals that we can set for ourselves that we often overlook. At least I do. So basically what I want to say is I think that setting goals each day can really add up over time and can help you reach the longer term goals that you are trying to reach. Because I think it's very easy to get caught up in the day and go through the rhythm of the day and kind of lose track of what you're really working towards. So I would encourage you guys to set goals as often as you can. I think that will really help in the long run in terms of reaching and achieving what you're trying to do, whether that may be a certain weight that you're trying to lift in the gym, whether that may be getting a certain amount of hours in of studying for a test, or whatever it may be. I think setting daily goals and writing them down can really help for a lot of people. So I would encourage you guys to do that. I am going to get back home, but I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this video, and yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. What's going on, guys? It is currently about 9:30 on Monday. I just finished up in the gym, made some food, and I am about to weigh myself, which is something I have not been consistent with recently. Keeping track of everything you do on a daily basis can really go a long way. So I'm going to try to start keeping track of certain things that I think is important for my health and what I'm working towards. So I'm going to weigh myself now, and then I'm going to go from there. So I think I already gave you guys my general workout split of what I do on certain days in terms of training. But in terms of like when I train, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays have been a good time for me to train in the morning. Usually when the gym first opens up, I work in the afternoons on those days. So it just seems like that's the best time for me to go, especially because it's not as busy. And then Tuesday, Thursdays, I have been training more in the afternoon or at night. Since I work in the morning, and I also just try to avoid the midday rush. So yeah, that's kind of my split. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, more in the morning, and then Tuesday, Thursday is more at night. So that's kind of what I've been sticking to now, and it seems to be working. But it's already Monday, and I didn't film any workouts, so I'm gonna do my best to try to film early Wednesday morning when I go to the gym and see how it works out. Alright guys, so I went to the beach this past weekend, and this is what happened to my back. I fell asleep on the beach and did not put sunscreen on properly. Well, my friend didn't put it on properly, but that's what I get for trusting people. No, I'm just kidding. That's what I get for falling asleep on the beach. But it was hurting this morning. It hurts in the shower, but it is what it is. All right, let's see where I'm at right now. $176.9. So I can't remember off the top of my head. Last time I weighed myself, I think I was actually around 174. So I am, at least I think I am, starting to gain a little bit more weight, which is good. Like I said before in previous videos, I am trying to bulk a little bit. I also haven't been filming too much in the gym, in my new gym that I just joined. I'm still getting the hang of things and seeing when the best time is to film. I just don't want to be a disturbance in the gym with a big camera and a tripod. So I'm just trying to find times in the gym where it's kind of slower and kind of look at different setups. I kind of took for granted how easy it was to film in my home gym. I just feel like it's a lot harder with people walking around, but I will try my best to start filming because I do want to show you guys some of the workouts that I go through. So I'm going to make an effort to start doing that as soon as possible. I just have to find the best times to, like I said, film in the gym. Alright guys, so it is currently 5:45 on Wednesday. I just got to the gym here, but before I do, I am going to try to eat something first just so I'm not working out on an empty stomach. So I brought this packet of tuna. I'm going to eat real quick just so I can get something in me. It's a good source of protein. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to go in, and hopefully I'm going to be able to film at least a couple sets for you guys to show you kind of what I do for my leg day today. But yeah, I'm gonna eat this and then I'm gonna get into the gym. I'm also trying something different with taking my pre-workout. Normally I either take it straight to the head and then just drink water to water it down, or I just put it in like a normal glass of water and then drink it like that. But I decided this time to just dilute it in this huge water bottle, and I'm just gonna drink it kind of slowly throughout my workout to see if that helps kind of give me consistent energy and not just like one huge burst. So I'm gonna try that today too. I cannot believe I keep doing this. This is the second time this week that I forgot my headphones before going to the gym. Whatever. So for this workout, I didn't get to film the whole thing just because I was kind of running short on time. I had to get somewhere after the gym. So I tried to film at least a couple sets of the 3 main exercises that I did, just to kind of show you guys how I did them and how many sets and reps and all that good stuff. So I started off with doing squats. This is a very common exercise that I tend to start with and do every time I do legs. Like I said, I think I said this in a previous video, but it's just a very fundamental exercise for legs that kind of targets pretty much every muscle in your body. So it's a very good one to start off with, and eventually I'm trying to get to heavier weights, but I've had a knee injury that I'm trying to still recover from, so I'm just taking things pretty light and kind of going from there. For this first set, I was just really warming up, so I had, I believe, 35 on each side of the barbell, and then I moved up from there. I believe I did 4 or 5 sets in total for squats, but for the second set, I went up to 45s on each side of the barbell. For all these, I was trying to shoot for 10 to 14 reps, depending on how I was feeling. It's weird. Sometimes for lower weight reps or lower weight sets, I don't get as many reps in as I do when I go heavier, which is weird. I don't know what that is exactly, but yeah. So I kind of worked my way up. I stayed at 45s on each side of the barbell for the rest of the time squatting, just because I felt like it was a pretty good weight, challenging enough, but I could still get in the volume that I wanted from 10 to 14 reps. So that's what I kind of stayed at for now. Like I said, I'm hoping to eventually move up in weight and go a little bit heavier, but for now I just want to focus on form and fully rehab my knee before I try anything too crazy. One thing I did notice about my squatting form is that I tend to bring my knees pretty far forward, and I'm really trying to get my butt back so that I'm not putting a lot of pressure on my knees. I didn't injure my knee doing squats, but I did injure them doing leg press. So I'm just very cautious and mindful of my form. So that's another reason I went pretty light these couple sets. But yeah, I love doing squats, like I said. I try to do them almost pretty much every leg day as long as I'm not too sore from the last time I trained legs. But yeah, like I said, about 4 or 5 sets, and then I moved on to doing the leg press machine. This is another very common exercise that I'll do for legs. It's usually not the first one I'll do. If I tend to skip, if I skip squats, I will most likely move straight to doing the leg press. Again, it seems like a very fundamental exercise where you're kind of activating all the muscles in your legs, well, most of them, and then I just feel like I can also go heavier too with these as opposed to some of the other exercises that I do with training legs. So I try to keep these first, that way I can use all my energy for these more strenuous exercises, and then kind of go to the more supplementary exercises where I kind of isolate certain muscle groups and things like that. So same kind of deal for the leg press. I actually did a pyramid set. So I didn't film the first couple sets, but I started off with 25 pounds on each side just to warm up. And then I went to 45 on each side, and then I went to 45s and 25s, and then 45s, 25s, and 10 pounds on each side. And then once I got up to that, I worked my way back down the pyramid back down to 45s. So I did, I believe, 5 sets in total of the leg press. Same kind of deal with the squats. I try to keep it between 10, well actually I think it was around 8 to 14 reps, just depending on the weight and how many reps I could get. One thing I really focus on is not limiting myself or going into a set with a certain amount of reps that I want to get in, because I feel like I often limit myself and know that I can do more, but I tend to hold back since I told myself before that I know kind of how many reps I want. So recently I've been trying to focus on not setting a certain amount of reps that I want, but kind of just going until I kind of can't. So that's been working pretty well for me. Next I moved on to doing hamstring curls. I never do these to start off my leg workouts, but I usually do them almost every workout towards the end. Very good for targeting the hamstrings. Same thing, about 12 to 14 reps was my target range, even though I just said I'm not trying to get a certain amount of reps, but I had that in the back of my mind going into these. Also just from experience, I know kind of roughly how many sets or how many reps I'm going to get, so I kind of just go off of that, but at the same time not limit myself too much to like what I think I can do. That way I can just get as many reps in as I possibly can. For this machine, my hair kept getting pulled by the mat, so I had to fix my leggings or whatever. But I kept the weight decently light for these. I can go kind of heavy, but I don't go crazy heavy for these, especially the supplementary workouts or exercises like this. I'm just focusing on targeting the muscle group. I'm not trying to go crazy heavy and just move heavy weight. I'm actually trying to focus on something, a certain muscle group, so I tend to take it a little bit lighter and just focus on the form and all that stuff. So next, I haven't done these too much in the past, but I did hip adduction. This is the hip adduction machine. So I did about 3 sets of these, light to medium weight, nothing too crazy. I have done these in the past where I went too heavy and I either pulled my hip adductors or something, but it really hurt. So I wanted to make sure I didn't go too heavy with these, especially since I'm kind of new to the whole exercise in general. So I did, like I said, I did about 3 sets of these. These are a really good supplementary exercise to do, just to target your hip adductors. It's a kind of a muscle group that you don't really use too often, or you don't think you use too often on a regular basis. So training them is really good because at least for me, I really felt this after training, just because it's not a muscle group, like I said, that I really train too often on a regular basis. But yeah, I don't do these every leg workout, but I just saw it in the gym and it was open, so I decided just to go for it. And then next I did the hip abduction machine. So same kind of deal, but for the hip abductors. Same thing, I think I did 2 to 3 sets for these two. Nothing too crazy, it's pretty light. And then I also did some other leg extensions and other things like that for this workout. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of my workout. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it to be valuable to you in some way. But if you did like the video, please like, subscribe, and share the video, and comment down below what you guys thought. But besides that, I will see you guys in the next one.